Hey guys, what's up? How are you? I hope that you guys are having an amazing one today. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Gerel, and in today's video we are going to be opening and playing with the new NATASHA DENONA collection. I'm super excited. I have not even opened the box yet. I have no idea how the eyeshadow palette looks like, so we are going to be doing this together. I'm really excited for this video. It is 9:43 at night and I have been pretty much waiting all day long to do this video and play with this palette, and I'm going to be creating like 2 looks. Of course, if I can do more, amazing, but if not, that's okay. Don't you worry, I will be doing another video with more looks so I can give you more inspirations. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the unboxing, the swatching, the trying on, and all of that good stuff. But before we do, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not already. You can also like this video because that definitely helps out my channel so much, and you can also click on the little bell that will notify you whenever I upload a new video, which is every single week. And without further ado, let's get into it. This is the way that is packaged, and I'm showing it to you because sometimes when I order from Sephora, I definitely see a huge difference on the way that they package things that are very expensive. Comparing it to how NATASHA DENONA actually package everything, I mean, you can see that they actually do take the time to make sure that everything is nice and protected, that you don't have to go through the hassle of, you know, doing the exchange or anything. I mean, it is just pretty much insane. And look at the packaging. Oh my goodness. Okay. Here we have the box for the eyeshadow, and I also got the 3 liners, which I'm super excited for these too. But let's go ahead and open up the eyeshadow right away. So here we have the NATASHA DENONA Yucca palette, and as you can see, the packaging is absolutely beautiful. Just in case you're new to my channel, I do have a whole entire playlist for NATASHA DENONA. I have reviewed many of her eyeshadow palettes, created many looks with her eyeshadow palettes, and if you are a fan of NATASHA DENONA or you want to get to know NATASHA DENONA and her makeup, definitely check out that playlist. And here is a color story for the Yucca palette, and one of my subscribers did mention that it's not fall, but it's more like a tropical vibe, and I can definitely see that. That is a really nice, beautiful color story. So now let's go ahead and take a look at these pencils right here, which are called the McGrath Eye Crayons. And we have some interesting colors, like this color right here. It just feels so nice and rich. And the yellow shade and the neon shade is just very interesting. So let's go ahead and open them up because they seem very pigmented from those swatches on Instagram and here on YouTube as well. So I want to see them in action. So let's go ahead and do that. So this color is Fushi. It's really nice and pigmented, and this is like a mustardy shade. Feels really creamy as well. This is Camu. And this one is Willow. Oh yeah, this one pigment right away. Wow, that is gorgeous. What a beautiful shade. Okay, I'm happy. So I'm going to let them dry down a little bit, and then we see if they are smudge proof or what are they going to do. So it has been a little bit, like a couple of minutes, and I'm trying to see if they are going to disappear or smudge or, you know, bleed, and that is definitely not happening. With this one, maybe just a little bit, just because I didn't wait long enough, but that is still very nice. Very nice. All right guys, so I might butcher the names because I don't know how to pronounce them, and I have been trying to look them up to see how we could say it, but my, tú sabes, mi acento hispano quizás salga, which means my accent, my Hispanic accent might just come out more than usual. Just saying, okay? So don't be mad at me. Anyway, so let's go ahead and start with the first 4 shades. All right, so we have Pintasia or Pintasia. This one is Calicia. This one is Komorebi, and this one is Ocasia. This one is Tipu. This one is Elysian, and this one is Valley. Okay, next we have Citrine. This one is Ray. This one is Flax and Fushi, which this one seems to be very creamy. All right, so next we have Maquia. This one is Ixia, and the last one is Willow. So here we have all of the colors. I am not the best swatcher. I do apologize for that, but I just wanted to see that color story for myself, have an idea of what kind of looks I wanted to create by the color story and just feel all of the eyeshadows. What do you guys think so far? I'm not gonna lie, I don't know, feeling a little disappointed, I guess, by the swatches, just because some of the colors are a little bit like repetitive. Like these two right here, they are too close in shade. Like this two metallics or shimmer shades, they look very, very close to one another as well. This one as well is very close to this one, even though this one is a little bit more mustardy and this one is supposed to be a little bit more neon. Still, the swatches are just not doing it justice, I hope. So let's go ahead and see how they actually perform on the eyes. I'm using my Hourglass, a primer to prime my eyes. You can always find all of the information that you need down below in the description area. Alright, so we're going to create two different looks, and I'm going to start with this eye. I'm going to start with this shade right here, Calathea, in a really tiny brush. And this is a cream to powder formula, but again, it's not super dark. Her cream to powder formulas, they always look really dark on the pan, but they do not look the same on the eye. I'm going to start shaping things out on the outer corner. And with the cream to powder formula from NATASHA Denona, you definitely want to use something that it's synthetic and that the brushes are not too loose, just because it won't pick up the product. I'm just going to add it to the lower lashes, connect it to the outer V, and then start working it into the crease little by little. But I'm not going to bring it all the way in. It's really creating my shape. I don't want to bring it too high up either. So I do want to add a little bit of this Willow shade just because it's a little bit brighter. It's going to bring a little bit more fun. I'm going to use a tiny brush like this. So I'm just going to add Willow here and just adding it where we stop with the other shade. And as you can see, it's a little bit brighter. I'm going to take the Refer 13 brush in Camu Camu. And I'm just going to add Camu Camu right here on the edge of Willow, and also the other shade. Yeah, this color is definitely showing up. You can definitely see it very nicely. And I'm going to add that Camu Camu shade right here as well in the center, just packing it. And you can definitely see how vibrant this color is on the eye, which is very interesting because the Hourglass primer does not have any color, so that is already a lot of pigment, and that is very impressive. I'm going to use Camu as well on the lower lashes. So I'm going to take this shade right here, which is Pintasia, which it does have like a duochrome of like pink and green. I'm going to just add it right in here. That is beautiful. And taking a little bit more, just a little tiny bit, and just really patting it on your lid, just so it can like flare into the other colors. Let me just add a little bit of more Camu right here, just so we don't lose it. I'm going to take the Willow shade, just create a little tiny wing, and I'm going to tight line. Going to add Camu Camu to the waterline and just standing it out right underneath the Willow shade, just a little bit. This is just for fun. So I'm cleaning up just a little bit because I do feel like there's fallout, especially with the shimmer shade. Adding a little bit of this shade right here, Camu Camu, right from the inner corner, and just drawing a little bit of a line. Just creating that little line with the pencil is definitely creating a little bit of an interesting look as well. And I'm not putting too much pressure on this side right here just because I wanted to fade in into the look. That definitely made a difference. I am going to show you the final look right now of this eye so you guys can see it with the brows and the skin and everything. But what do you guys think so far? You guys are feeling it, especially if you are into greens. You will absolutely love this look. It's back to me with no brows and no foundation. Let's go ahead and now move on to this eye right here, and I'm going to take Fushi. Very interesting to see how this shade works on the eyes. So I'm going to just work it. Oh yeah, it's very pigmented. So I'm just adding this eyeshadow to the outer V and also the crease. And to be quite frank with you guys, I have no idea what look I'm going to create. I'm just playing with the eyeshadows. I wanted to see how this actually looks on the eye, and I'm hoping that something will start making sense in my mind as I am looking at the palette and I'm looking how the eyeshadow looks on the eye. Okay, so now I'm taking Valley, which is this brown right here, and this one is definitely a powder just because it does have so much kickback to it, and really focusing this color in the outer corner and then just adding it little by little to the crease. And I'm just really focusing that Valley shade right in the outer corner. I'm trying to blend it into Fushi just a little bit, but I don't want to lose Fushi either. I'm really staying low. I feel like there's something missing between these two shades, so I am going to take the shade Ixia, this one right here. I'm just going to add it right in between those two shades just to help it blend out a little bit better. And Ixia does have a little bit more bright dryness to it. I'm going to add Ixia right here as well in the inner part of our crease. I'm going to take this cool tone brown flax and I'm going to add it right in the crease, and I'm going to make sure that we create a lot of darkness right here in the crease just to define it. And this brush is the E45 brush from Sigma, and this is just a regular powder. And now I'm going to take Elysian and I'm going to just add this color all over the lid, and just taking the Refer 21 brush with the same color just to make sure that we can perfect it, cleaning up a little bit. I'm taking this shade right here with my finger, just going to add it right in the center. And that right there just brought it to the next level. Wow, that is gorgeous. Using flax, and I'm just going to add it to our lower lashes in the outer corner and just extending it out a little bit like a second wing. Now taking the liner Fushi, I'm just going to add it to the waterline and a little bit right here in the negative space. Obviously, this is definitely something that you can totally skip. You don't have to do this, but I just want to play with these liners and the eyeshadow. Creating a small wing with this liner and going in with a lip pencil. This is from Sigma L04, just to perfect it. So now using the same brush and the Fushi shade, and adding a little bit of the Fushi shade right here in the inner corner. And I'm just going to sweep it up a little bit and on the lower lashes. All right, I'm going to stop right here. Let me go ahead and just do my brows, a little bit of my base, and I'll be right back.
Feel uninvited, left home in West LA, I'm not excited, so uninspired.
And here is look number 2.
On my way to play the bay while you're alone. This girl's a wonder.
Alright guys, so it is a 12:13 right now in the nighttime. So if you guys hear me that I am not like super loud, it's because everyone's sleeping. I did have to stop because he woke up. And you know how it is. But here it is, my first impressions on the Natasha Denona collection. First of all, let's go ahead and talk about these liners right here. I am really happy that I do have them in my collection, just because the colors of them are very original, and I don't have anything like this in my collection that are really nice and pigmented, that it doesn't crack, it's not skipping, it's really nice and smooth. And you definitely see it like on my waterline. This shade right here, which is the neon shade, is definitely showing up, and I really do like it. This has to be like my favorite color, just because you can use it for this palette throughout the whole entire year, in my opinion, because it is so dark and rich, and you can just mix them up with like lighter colors and darker colors at the same time. So yeah, definitely very impressed with these ones right here. So I'm really happy that I do have them. So let's go ahead and now talk about the Yucca palette, which is the main thing of this video. I'm really excited that we have a new palette to play with, and especially from Natasha Denona. Again, I do have a playlist, so go ahead and check it out. But this palette retails for $69. It is made in Italy, and it does have a shelf life of 24 months. So now let's go ahead and talk about my first impressions on this palette. The cream to powder formula, I do gotta say that I did have to build it up as much as I could, but that is something that I always have to do with all of her palettes, and that is just not surprising to me, so I'm really used to it. But if you're not used to the cream to powders formula from Natasha Denona, or you're new to Natasha Denona, just know that you do have to build them up, and it's never going to be like super deep like it shows on the pan. So just to give you the heads up on that. So based on the swatches, I was like not feeling it. I'm not gonna lie, I was not feeling it. But after playing with it and adding the liners, because I think that these ones right here really made a huge difference in, to me, like really getting creative and like really enjoying the look that I was creating. I really do feel like they just go like hand in hand together. Of course, if you have similar like liners in your collection, then definitely pull them out, just because it brings something different to the table, to your creativity, and it becomes a little bit more fun for sure. I do feel like these this color story you can definitely create with already palettes that she already has in her collection, but nonetheless this is a really nice, beautiful, well done palette. I did not have any issues with any of the shades except for just building up the cream to powder formula. And this shade in particular, which is like the neon shade, I really didn't think that it was going to show up on like a clear kind of a base primer for the eyes, which is the Hourglass, and it did show up so nicely, and that definitely like impressed me so much. So yeah, so far with the 10 colors that I've actually used to create these two looks, I am very, very happy. This color story is definitely not going to be for everyone, so if you enjoy these type of colors, the color story, the really nice and beautiful like dimension shimmer shades, which she's definitely given us some beautiful, beautiful shades. Like this one right here really impressed me when adding it in top of this shade right here. That is what I have on my eye, just because the sparkle like went to the next level, and it is absolutely beautiful. And you can see the different colors, like you can see how taupey this shade is right in the inner part of my eye, and when you look at it, it gives you like something special right in the center of it. And I think it's just really nice, beautifully done, like super wearable, but like yet very interesting. So impressed with it, and it's absolutely beautiful. I don't think the camera can actually like show you how gorgeous it is, because it is. This kind of look I've already created with NATASHA DENONA eyeshadow palettes before, and it looks really nice and familiar to me, but nonetheless the neon shade does definitely bring something different again to just this look, and I really do like it as well. Everything just like blended so nicely, and I'm telling you, the eyeliners, they just bring something super, super special to this whole entire collection. So I have only used 10 shades. I am going to create more looks using this palette. You will see another video just giving you guys idea. That is definitely something that I absolutely love doing. Eyeshadow palettes are definitely like, they still have a really nice special place in my heart, even though we are kind of staying away from it. I think that now they're coming back, which that makes me so happy, because I absolutely love playing with eyeshadows and just being creative. But yeah, that is it for this video, my friends. That is it. I hope that it was helpful to you, especially if you had your eyes on this collection, or if you already have the eyeshadow palette and you wanted to have ideas of how to create looks. Then I hope that I was able to assist you with that. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your love, your time, and support. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you next time. Bye.